The list of businesses and industries moving to our area only grows by the day, and we're now seeing dozens of cryptocurrency mining companies setting up shop here in Central Texas.
And you might not know because those companies aren't regulated by any state or federal agency, and some worry that those companies will put a strain on the state's power grid. I dug into why so many cryptocurrency related companies are flocking to the Lone Star State. Driving into one of the largest Bitcoin mining facilities in North America, I didn't know what to expect.
Where are we? What is all of this?
So we're inside Riot's Bitcoin mining facility here in Rockdale, Texas.
An unusually large mining facility in a small Texas town, an hour from Austin.
This building is 1,050 feet long and 60 feet wide. You don't see this in Bitcoin mining.
Chad Harris is the CEO, and all around us are thousands of computers buzzing like worker bees, mining almost non-stop to create a sweet profit, Bitcoin. Let's back up. What is Bitcoin? It's a form of cryptocurrency, which is pretty much a form of digital money, usually called a coin. Bitcoin is the original form of cryptocurrency, and right now, it's the most valuable. In April of 2021, one Bitcoin was worth more than $60,000, but the price fluctuates often, and creating more coins or mining them takes a lot of energy.
If I sent $20 in Bitcoin to you, requires approximately the amount of electricity that an American household would use in an entire month.
William Magnuson is a cryptocurrency legal expert.
The problem is that's massively energy intensive.
He worries that the intense energy usage will lead to more carbon emissions. So why does crypto mining require so much power?
There's about 100,000 machines here currently.
Harris says every machine or miner is racing 24 hours a day to solve a complicated math problem. The computer that solves it first produces the new unique Bitcoin.
So one single machine, after power cost, earns about $30 to $31 a day.
Working together, Harris says these machines make about 63 Bitcoins a day. That translates to more than $3 million. And to do that, the facility needs 300 megawatts of energy. But after every coin is made, it's harder to solve that complicated math problem, which leads to a demand for even more energy. Which is why Riot Whinstone is expanding, adding enough computers to need another 400 megawatts. That's enough to power a large city.
Texas has some of the lowest cost energy in the world.
Those costs, along with business incentives, are why cryptocurrency miners and related companies are flocking to Texas.
We think that the ethos of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and blockchain in general fits very well with the state of Texas.
Lee Bratcher started the Texas Blockchain Council in 2020 with the goal of making Texas Bitcoin mining country and Austin the Bitcoin mining capital of the world.
We just about a month ago held the Texas Blockchain Summit. About 700 thought leaders and industry professionals from all over the country attended the event in Austin. We had both the Texas Senators, Cruz and Cornyn, in attendance.
Both senators and Governor Greg Abbott said they support Texas becoming a crypto leader.
Several of the largest Bitcoin mining companies in the world are headquartering themselves in Austin. There's so much tech talent in Austin.
BlockCap Mining moved its headquarters from Las Vegas to Austin in 2021. And there are more than 4 dozen blockchain companies in Austin. Blockchain systems essentially serve as digital ledgers. Most of the time, they're used to track Bitcoin activity and transactions. And just less than a mile away from Riot Whinstone is another leading Bitcoin miner in the continent. But the big concern, can Texas support the power demand?
We know that the Texas electricity grid is unstable.
Meteorologists Erica Lopez and Hunter Williams here as well, as they're tracking a major winter storm tonight.
Austin Energy now saying about 35% of Austin residents, Austin Energy customers, are without power tonight.
And these storms have had deadly consequences for Texans.
The freeze of February 2021 crippled the Texas power grid, leading to hundreds of deaths. Crypto mining supporters argue they bring balance to the grid in 2 ways. One, by using energy that otherwise wouldn't be used.
If I wasn't using the amount of power that I'm using, you would be paying more for your power.
And 2, by being able to power down quickly when electricity demand is high.
Bitcoin miners can turn off within 5 seconds. So they actually provide grid resiliency by increasing baseload demand.
How do we know that all cryptocurrency miners are acting responsibly?
Cryptocurrency mining isn't regulated in Texas, so there's no rule forcing miners to turn off. But Harris says there's an incentive. Their electricity costs are lowered if they shut down during peak demand in the summer. Harris said they voluntarily powered down about 72 times last year, including during the winter storm. But Harris admits not everyone will live by the honor code and shut down when needed.
You're going to have gold standard, and we believe we're it. And then you're going to have people that might not behave the same way.
Since the winter storm, state leaders made it mandatory for power plants to winterize. But a UT Energy expert said that's not enough.
Half the power plants in ERCOT run on natural gas. If we don't fix the natural gas sector, then it doesn't really help to have power plants that can operate if you can't get fuel to them, because they're not going to make electricity.
Because blockchain is unregulated, it's unclear how many Bitcoin miners are in Texas, which means it's hard to know how much power they're actually using.
We need our government regulators to step in and clarify the rules that apply to cryptocurrencies.
We don't regulate any other load, be that large petrochemical refineries and oil and gas facilities on the Gulf Coast.
There are still a lot of unknowns, but one thing's for sure: the buzz surrounding Bitcoin is growing. You can now use it to buy Dallas Mavericks tickets or exchange currency at your local H-E-B. And soon, you'll start seeing QR codes to use Bitcoin at restaurants.
That's exactly what it's designed to do, is to create a financial opportunity, freedom with no outside governance, to allow people to exchange currency for goods and services. And it's amazing.
As miners swarm to Texas, only time will tell if the buzzing machines will pollinate our electricity grid or give it a paralyzing sting. In Austin, I'm Darren Shaharan.
And guys, look, there is no sign of this thing slowing down here in Central Texas. Tomorrow, there will be a huge crypto mining conference at the Kalahari Resorts. So we'll see how this all goes as they continue to flock to our area.
This is such a complicated issue and so many different ideas and things to consider. And you did a great job just bundling it all together and making it clear for someone like myself who has no idea what cryptocurrency was until watching that great piece of work. So good job there, Darren.